Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Here we are in week 6. This is our third match of the week. We should have an exciting Saturday and Sunday ahead of us. We got the Fiji Ferrets up against the Saguaro Pseudo-Wudo. Just yesterday, we saw the Athenian Absols take their first loss of the season. Only 2 undefeated teams remain, one of them being the Fiji Ferrets. Barry, 3-time PBA champ, a legend in the league. Will this be his first loss? Is Saguaro gonna take the shot and succeed? Let's check it out. Let's see what happens in Game 1. Leading with Metagross, goes into Moltres. Gonna substitute in the face of the meta. Goes for a Rock Slide. Gotta get out of there. You gotta expect some sort of fire move coming, but a Will-O-Wisp on the Snorlax, that's tough. Good play from Saguaro. But we're gonna Curse up. I'm assuming it's Curse Rest Snorlax. Gets the Brick Break. And we go to Suicune, but misses the mash. Good defensive pivot. And Zapdos in on Suicune. It's a Toxic on the Zapdos. Zapdos now on a timer. Spreading a lot of status. Got a Burn on the Lax. Toxic on the Zap. Suicune behind a sub. Substitute would probably suggest this is not a rest Suicune. So, even though you're behind the sub, it's too little too late. That Toxic is going to hurt. Has to switch out. Snorlax cursing up in face of the arrow. Chooses to say Ghost Fury. Maybe get some hazards up. And 1 layer of spikes. Back to Snorlax. Puts up another sub. Substitute has been the magic button so far this season. Ooh, Fire Blast, but it's not enough, and Snorlax is going to rest back to full. That's tough. Only doing about 33% with a chance to miss, too. We're going to Sleep, Rest Talk, Curse. Now, is it a range? Probably not after that Leftovers recovery, and we're going to miss the Fire Blast. That's tough. Just going to opt to press Rest again, I would assume, yeah. The Moltres isn't Leftovers, I'm noticing. Could this be another Scope Lens like Finn from last week? That would be silly. That would be silly. Surely not. Maybe just a Status Berry. Some very exciting gameplay happening here between Snorlax and this giant chicken. Goes for the overheat, gets the crit! Maybe it is Scope Lens, oh my gosh! Or just got the lucky crit, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Moltres stays in, just gonna click overheat again. Does 48%, that's some big damage. Man, that came up out of nowhere. Scope Lens Moltres sounds hilarious. That can't be like an actually recommended set on Smokin', right? Are you guys just cooking? Are you guys cooking with Moltres? Is that what's happening? Aerodactyl in. Back to Moltres. Oh my gosh, this Moltres has evaded Rock Slides. Has just enough HP to get up a sub. Sure. Maybe you just gotta swing though, right? Maybe you just gotta swing. And the Pokemon remaining really don't want to face down a Moltres. There's Doug. Doug will outspeed though. Suicune in on the Doug trio. Surf looking pretty free here. Critical hit, another crit. Saguaro going off. And there's a sub. It's not... What's the speed up berry? Lychee Berry? Heracross is gone. Now, Doug coming in on the dying Pokemon might have been a mistake. Not free to just click Earthquake. Salac is speed, thank you. Salacberry, but it was not Salacberry. Okay, Earthquake here. Now, Aerodactyl, though, given this is a Choice Band Doug, Aerodactyl might be able to just click Earthquake and just win out. We've been seeing some serious Aerodactyl gaming in week 6. Oh my gosh, Choice Band Earthquake just one-shots Doug. And there we go, Saguaro takes game 1. I said at the start of the set, is this going to be Barry's first loss of the season? This is the week of Kingslayers, it seems. Let's go to game 2. Heracross into Moltres. Doesn't like to see that. Goes to Snorlax. Moltres is just loving Will-O-Wisp. And yeah, we saw this before. I don't think Snorlax really minds setting up in the face of the Moltres. Unless you're really banking on those crits happening. That does hurt though. It's like just not enough damage unless you see a crit. Unless you see a crit. Are we gonna see another overheat? Misses a Fire Blast. This Snorlax is getting real big. It's getting scary. Okay, but is it in overheat range? You gotta try for it. It is not. Snorlax lives, rests back up. Just out of range. Is this a Snorlax game? Is this a match where Snorlax just does its thing? It might be. Yeah, Immunity Snorlax. You hate to see it, but it's so good. I feel like you gotta run that over Thick Fat, at least in this gen. When Toxic Spike Sand is so common. The Leftovers recovery is super important. Toxic would get rid of that. Suicune's down. Moltres is back. Gets off a Will-O-Wisp. I feel like Body Slam's still gonna do a lot. 45%. No para yet. Another Fire Blast. Moltres is gone. Match is looking very berry favored. Very berry. Sounds like a flavor. Just gonna rest up, yep. Hopefully the T-Tar can Dragon Dance up where it's big enough to hit the Snorlax. I'm not really sure. It's gonna gotta be afraid of a Body Slam para though. Another DD. Now here's the thing. Whichever Pokemon breaks through for sure wins the rest of the match, right? But if you get a Paralyze, and there it is. That's so sad. Now that Tyranitar will still probably outspeed some stuff. If you're Saguaro though, you gotta swing. You can't just let the Snorlax just freely click attacking moves. It's gotta go to rest eventually. Brick Break does some good damage, but not enough. This Snorlax has carved through 3 Pokemon now. And even Thunderbolt, Jirachi isn't enough. It gets the rest off. Disgusting. Disgusting. This is why you gotta bring Roar, people. You gotta use the move Roar. Roar, Whirlwind. Even Perish Song would force it to switch out if you're feeling spicy. Haze. Any Haze users in the chat? Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to speed this up. Got a general idea of how this rest of this match is going to go. Rest up again. And I don't think you need the last curse. I think you just swing, right? I think we're just body slamming. Unless you see some crazy crit magic happen. Which is possible. But even after the Snorlax, there's a whole other team left. 54% and gets the para. Snorlax says, hi, hello, I have Serene Grace, actually. Yeah, who's left? I don't think Regirock's enough. Maybe it could explode? Has a lot of defense. Maybe it can explode here? Okay, Brick Break crit. 2 versus 5. Heracross is in. It's so bulky. Is it Choice Banded? Is it a Choice Band Regirock? I'm guessing it is, that's why I clicked Brick Break again. Now Aerodactyl's in. Has to lock into something, gonna opt for Double Edge. Metagross is here, and it's not gonna be enough. Explodes. Barry doesn't give a crap about his differential. Look at that. Silly click. I could never. That's the biggest difference between me and Barry. I'm way too much of a tryhard. Just for the swag, it gives up a Pokemon on differential. He's crazy. Anyways, we're going to game 3. Let's go to game 3. Heracross in on T-Tar. Heracross pretty happy to be here. Gets our Rock Slide read on the Moltres. Oh my goodness. Aerodactyl's back in. We're gonna see some HP. No, just goes for Rock Slide. Hello, Jirachi. So far, Saguaro has not really brought any hazard clear, so that spike is going to be annoying. Oh, the crit! That might have mattered. Sometimes Jirachi doesn't die from one Earthquake from Doug. Sometimes it depends on the build. Suicune's in on the Snorlax, and we're going to have a little bit of a boost off, I'm guessing. Subs in case of maybe like an explosion from the Snorlax. I don't think that's a terrible idea. How many Calm Minds does this Suicune need before it's making significant progress against Snorlax? Right now, it's probably going to do like maybe 40% per serve. Not sure how much it'll be doing. I do think if you're Saguaro, you got to swing though. Substitute is just going to make you lower. Now Snorlax can finish you off in one hit. You just got to swing, I think. 32%. Oh my gosh, it's so bulky. And it gets the para. This Snorlax has been crazy. I don't know if sub was the play there. I think you needed to do 2 surfs. Now you're afraid of a para again. This Snorlax is insane. What is happening? Serene Gray Snorlax. I count 4 paras so far. Maybe more. Body Slam is the move of all time. No para that time. Barry knew I would accuse him of hacking if that got a para off right there. Zapdos is in. Aerodactyl most likely throwing out Hidden Power Flying. Or sorry, super effective. Hidden Power Fighting. Hidden Power Fighting. And I think Zapdos combined with whatever else Barry wants to send in after it dies from Rock Slide. Yeah, so Doug should be able to clean up here. Doug and Hera. Unless we see some flinchies. No flinchies. And the last Pokemon goes down. Congratulations to Bert. Another win. Very cursed win, if you know what I'm saying. Very cursed win. See what I did there? Very cursed win. Congratulations, Barry. You are 6-0. So far, the only team to go 6-0 undefeated this season. We still gotta wait and see Stanton's game. But I do have to tell you guys, we got an exciting match next week for the Fiji Ferrets, because next week the Fiji Ferrets in Week 7 go up against the Stanton Sableye. There's a chance that both those teams will be undefeated by the time we get there. And that's pretty hype. So stay tuned for that. But congratulations to both players here. Played a really solid game of Pokemon. Good game 3 set. Struggled getting rid of that Snorlax. Maybe need to consider something like Roar in the future. But overall, great gaming happening here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.